Imagine standing in the Thar desert at high noon. The sun presses down like a physical weight. The ground beneath your sandals is hot enough to blister skin. Sweat evaporates before it even forms. Now imagine stepping through a stone doorway just a few feet away and feeling the air turn cool, almost damp, like walking into an early morning mist. Same afternoon, same 45-degree heat outside, a completely different world inside. No electricity, no refrigerants, no motors, fans, or compressors of any kind. And yet, centuries before anyone had heard the word air conditioning, people living in the hottest parts of India engineered palaces that stayed cool enough to sleep comfortably in. During heat waves that can kill a person in hours today. How is that even possible? So here's the question this video is going to answer. How did ancient Indian architects cool entire palaces using nothing but stone, water, and airflow? Let's uncover exactly how they pulled it off. Before we get to the solution, we need to understand the problem. Because in pre-modern India, heat wasn't just uncomfortable, it was lethal. Extreme heat waves could bring dehydration, heat stroke, and death within a single day, especially for the elderly, for infants, for anyone without shelter. Crops failed. Water sources dried into cracked mud. For a king or a merchant family, surviving summer wasn't a lifestyle choice. It was a matter of engineering survival into the walls of your home. It wasn't an inconvenience. It was life or death. So architects turned to two ingenious systems, and each one deserves its own spotlight. The first piece of the puzzle was the Jaali, the intricately carved stone lattice screens found across Rajasthani and Mughal architecture. At first glance, they look purely decorative, delicate patterns cut into sandstone or marble. But their real purpose was physics. As hot outdoor air is forced through hundreds of tiny carved openings, it speeds up and cools slightly. The same principle behind why blowing through pursed lips feels cooler than blowing with your mouth wide open. Multiply that by thousands of openings across a single wall, and an entire room's incoming air gets naturally chilled before it ever reaches a person sitting inside. If Jaali screens sound clever, the second invention is even more mind-blowing. Beneath many of these palaces sat Baoris, elaborate stepwells that plunged dozens of meters into the earth, lined with cool groundwater. Builders positioned palace chambers directly above or beside these wells, allowing naturally cold air from deep underground to rise upward into living spaces. It's essentially the same concept your refrigerator uses today. Moving air across a cold surface to draw heat away from a warmer space. Except here, the cold surface was the earth itself, chilled by water tables that never saw direct sunlight. Combine the two, and the effect compounds. Hot desert wind hits the Jaali screens and gets filtered and cooled on entry. That slightly cooler air then mixes with the naturally chilled air rising from the stepwells below. The result was a continuous passive cross breeze, no machinery required, that could drop indoor temperatures by 10 degrees or more compared to outside. Picture it fully. A queen resting on a marble floor at 2 in the afternoon, the outside world shimmering with heat haze, while a soft current of cool air drifts across her skin, carrying the faint mineral scent of underground water. Courtiers conducting business in shaded courtyards, unaware they're sitting inside what is essentially a giant, silent air cooling machine built from nothing but rock and gravity. What's remarkable is that this isn't just ancient trivia. It's actively shaping the future. Architects and sustainability engineers today are studying Jaali-inspired lattice facades and stepwell-style passive cooling to design buildings that use dramatically less energy in hot climates. In cities where power grids strain under air conditioning demand, some modern green buildings are quite literally reviving a centuries-old Indian blueprint, proving that the smartest cooling technology might not be something we invent, but something we remember. So here's a question for you. In a world obsessed with high-tech gadgets, would you trust a design this old to keep you cool through a modern heat wave? If this blew your mind, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories where ancient engineering somehow outsmarts the modern world. Stay cool, and I'll see you in the next one.